Here we are. Welcome, YouTube pipe smokers. Hope you're having a great night. Been having a lot of fun in Tumultuous Tuesday. Shooting the word I probably shouldn't say online. And enjoying some time and enjoying my new pipe from Mr. Rivara. Mr. Trouble himself. But I'm definitely looking forward to doing a live because every time I was going to show my pipe, there wasn't enough lighting and I wanted to use my phone camera light thing. So let's see. Oh yeah, that'll show up good. My goodness. Much better with light. So when more people are in here, I'll show it again. And tonight, I'm going to talk about some different blends. We're going to make some different blends. There we go. So it's going to be good. I'm starting the evening. Hey, Zippo. How you doing, brother? I'm going to have to show you what Mr. Trouble Rivara went and did. And it's hard to tell, but look at that shank. Sorry, I got some paint on my finger. And of course the stem. So and the bird's eye. I've been stuck enjoying this pipe. What a terrible place to be stuck, I'm telling you. Thank you. That is Phil Rivara's work, man. He is awesome. Awesome. Hey, Ohio Jeff Sweet Muffins Mafias. How you doing, buddy? So tonight I'm going to start off. I went ahead and made a blend. This is 6 components. That's a lot in a blend. I've got another blend that's 7, another one that's 8, but this one is 6. Yeah, terrible. But it is a billiard based on old proportions. And man, it smokes fantastic. It's very light, clenchable. And the way the bit is done is one I'm going to try to mimic when I make stems. It is just perfect. Not too much bit or too little. So it is fantastic to smoke. It's a pleasure. Good to see you, Jeff. Good to see you, Zippo. Man, this is cool. I'm already happy. It's a good evening. But this blend, I won't tell you what the percentage is, but it has Latakia, Turkish, Smyrna Turkish, Cavendish, Dark Burley, and some Lane 1Q. Thank you. Yeah, it is so light. I can even clench it towards the front, like right behind like the canine, and it's just it's unreal. And I'm hoping to meet with my brother soon so he can open it, so you guys can get to see his, because his is similar but different. It is very good. The Latakia I use is very easy on the user, doesn't tend to coat the mouth. The ribbon Turkish helps fight any bite, like crime. Smyrna Turkish adds a lot of nice flavor, but doesn't interfere too much. The Cavendish I use is very smoky and cool and slow burning. The dark burley is tasty, and a little bit of Lane 1Q that's aged adds just a little bit of the right flavor to go with it, man. Paul, how you doing, buddy? But this is my number one blend. This is my blend where everything just goes together better than any of my other ones. But it is, I made a blend called Sweet Cream that was like a Balkan, so yeah, it was like a Balkan Cavendish. And I was like, I bet I could alter that a little and maybe make something even more special. And this stuff, and the Cavendish I use in it has been aged in a jar for 2.5 years, something like that. But it is a work of art. It's like the Phil's pipe of my blending career. And some great news. My dad and I are over halfway done with the insulation. And he's going to talk to the contractors tonight or tomorrow and set a day for them to do the insulation and the rafters and do paneling. And then we just need the electrician. So there's about 3 days worth of work, and we just have to kind of wait and see for the electrician and the contractors. And then we can move stuff in and start making some pipes. Oh, it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. I've got a good direction on where I need to go for the drilling, and it's just going to be ordering a few supplies. But we've got the tools, we've got everything to do it. But I appreciate that, man. And when we get set up and I get the drilling exactly how I want, I'll let you know, and then maybe we can make a shape that you would enjoy. Yeah, some aged Captain Black original. That is actually pretty good. The very first Captain Black original experience I had was pretty good. And then I had a couple smokes I just didn't love, but it was still all right. But after some age, it just gets better for me. I think it ages completely within only like 7 months, not very long. I'd like to turn stems. I need to learn a little bit more on that, but I'd like to do that. That is my goal, is to make custom stems like these. Oh, you can't see it. I want stems like that on my pipes. I want to offer great colored, beautiful stems. I don't, some pipes look good with the regular acrylic black stems, so I'm sure I'll have some of those around. Well, thank you, Phil. I will definitely be in touch with you, buddy. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. That was a great tumultuous Tuesday with you and a whole lot of laughs, and I thank you for being there, buddy. Yes, the man of the hour. So this is the Saffron Blend, Phil, that I was telling you about with the Cavendish, Lane 1Q, that kind of stuff. And it's much more like an extraordinarily smooth Balkan. And you can taste the Orientals in it. Very nice flavor. I think you'll really like it. You can taste the Latakia and Orientals. It's got a familiarity of English and Balkan. It's not too heavy either way. And the other stuff just adds to the creamy texture with the smoke. Oh man, I'd be honored. Cuz I want to get to where, I mean, we've got, I think, all the equipment we need to do it. I mean, we've been farming for generations. Got all sorts of tools. But it'll be learning for my dad, because he's gonna, any machinery we've got to use, like anything, whether it's a drill or a press, whatever you would use, he's got to run that stuff. But we have some practice wood that I wouldn't use. It's just wood we've got around. It's not. I don't even remember what kind. I think it's some cedar or something. Yeah, it looks. I think it's cedar because it's that red color. So I would practice on the block and until I got the drilling just how I wanted it, and then make briar, olive wood, probably offer corn cobs with mortar and some nice stems. You have the standard black stems available early on, and if I can make the stems, if I get a good hand on it early, then I will do that. Well, and you're exactly right, Phil. I want to make pipes for like the rest of my life. Yeah, and that's my goal. And I found more notebooks today. So I will have a notebook that is all on stems and one that's all on pipes. So I'll be ready to go. But anyway, that is my goal. My goal is to make the pipes and to make the stems. And some people, just want black stems. I'm sure we'll have some around just to start out, but I really want to make my own. I want to get used to that and understand acrylic. And I've used things like Phil was talking about when you're drilling in the stem and you got to back out at a certain point. I've done lots of work with certain wood like that. So I understand about being very careful and precise with lots of things other than my speech. Oh, nice, Zippo. Hey, Gans, damn it. It's Monclod Mike. How you doing, buddy? This is what Phil is driving me crazy with right here. Ben, how you been, buddy? RD, welcome in. You are orange this evening. I think you were last time too. Don't remember. Awesome. And this, so far, I must have moved it upstairs, but that's okay. My two favorite smoking Phil Rivaras and my Mondo Dublin from you, Phil, are these two. This one I just kind of take everywhere. It's just, I have really good luck holding on to it, and this one gets to stay inside, other than I showed my dad today and then brought it back in. But this is my favorite smoker. Working your way up. I would appreciate that greatly, Phil, because I don't have tons of money, and I'd like to jump in, but I also understand, that I'm not going to be making $200 pipes right away. But I basically want to make options for everybody. I'd like to make some natural pipes without stain, but I want all my pipes to smoke well. That's number one. And then number two is I want them to look good. Smoke well and look good. Those are the two priorities. And then, of course, homemade stems. I love the button on this pipe. This is perfection. Stonehenge flake. Nice. I have some of that. My very first smoke of that, I didn't like enough, but I gave it time, and I liked it a lot more a little bit down the road. I gave it almost a year to age. Well, that would mean a lot to me, Phil. Dark Lord, how you doing, bud? So I'm smoking Saffron. For those of you who just came in, it's Latakia, Orientals, Cavendish, Dark Burley, and little bit of Lane 1Q. Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? It tastes like a hint of Balkan, kind of somewhere towards almost English. But the best part about it, especially when it chars, when you get that starting light going, it gives a very smoky, tasty, hickory or savory kind of note, but there's no Kentucky in it. And as it smokes, the taste is good, but it's incredibly smooth. Smooth and smoky. It's like, it is by far the smoothest blend I've ever tasted. Or ever smoked, I should say. Not tasted, but smoked. It's the smoothest blend I've ever smoked. And this pipe helps. Now I'm going to have to show you. I'm going to show you too. You guys are going to see it more than once, I tell you. I think I already showed Mike, but I'm going to show you. Hey, Cascadian, how you doing, brother? These are my troubles today. And the garage is so close to done, I'm going crazy, guys. My dad's like, we'll just back up a low trailer or something to move things from one shop to the garage real easy. I am Smurfy. Thank you, Zippo. And it's so easy with that texture. It is so easy to grip, just a lazy grip, and the shape of the pipe because the weight's kind of here, so just kind of naturally, it's just perfect. Phil has always been great with working with me on pipes, and the detail, you could see it step by step while he's making it, and you get it, and it still blows your mind. Just awesome. Amazing work. Oh man. Yeah, so much stuff after 15 years. Heck, I bet, buddy. We've been here about 10 years overall. And we just continually just try to cut back on things that we haven't used in a long time and trying to make the house more efficient kind of thing. And it's very comfortable. But it's just one of those things, if you always stay on top of it, you don't get far behind generally. Well, thank you, Phil. Thanks for being in Tumultuous Tuesday. Had a blast with you, buddy. And thanks for jumping in here. I greatly appreciate you offering to help, and I look forward to sharing more chats with you in the weeks to come, buddy. Oh, yeah, there you go, Cascadian. We just kind of look at it like, because, you have those days sometimes where like, this is cleaning day, and I'm going to do all the dusting and all the vacuuming and any rearranging and this and that, all the laundry. And we can do that, but it gets exhausting. And so the deal is, generally, we both share a lot of it. We'll both do all of the jobs. But generally, like if we're moving anything.
Is that because a lot of things that you don't like to do, I like to do, and the things I don't like to do, you like to do?
Yeah, it's perfect. Like she likes to clean up counters and make the kitchen look nice. She likes to decorate and rearrange that. And I'm really enjoying rearranging couches, stuff like that.
Well, I can't move the couch.
And she can't move the couch.
I tried.
She was giving me a look today. We were getting rid of this. So my brother lived here before we did. And he and his friend made... Oh, good night, Phil. You take care, brother. Yeah, lots of stuff. It's crazy, Ben. My wife was laughing. So I've lost a lot of strength, and I'm getting a lot back. And my upper body's... I've always had that... I don't know, that oomph, when you're going to move something that quick. And
you just have to growl.
Yeah, I just got... That's how you illustrate it. But we had this workbench my brother pieced together, and he did what he could, but it was huge. And we're placing in and hanging up. Oh, wow. Well, you look younger, buddy. When do you turn 45? Cascadian, you and I are about on the same page. He says, I really enjoyed downsizing and throwing stuff out. My wife likes collecting and storing. But my wife's pretty damn good about it though. Like she's like that. But when we do get to where I'm like, okay, I've got to start doing this and getting stuff out, she just recognizes how much work, and she already does so much, especially if I have like a rough morning. So she kind of, but as she sees if it's a really good day and I can do a lot, then she's right on board, ready to get stuff out. We both enjoy clearing things out. In 36 minutes, well, I'm honored that you're here. We'll help you celebrate. Is that why they do all the fireworks, Mike, in July? Because of your birthday? And Paul's another person that doesn't look like he should be 49. There you go, RT. Yeah, I really like if you move into a place and there's lots of room and you get to set your stuff up. But right after you get it set up, that moment, like you organize first, get anything plugged in, and then you're ready to go. Those two moments are my favorite. Paul, thank you, buddy. Yeah, my brother turned 41 or something, and he said, I'm 40-10 or 40-11. No, 30-11. Yeah, 30-11. So that's going to be how he ages from now on. This is crazy how good this is. I wish I could share this with you guys, blend some up, give you guys each a couple bowls worth through the screen and save on shipping. I could give you guys nice samples through here for $10 or $15 versus $100 something to mail it all. Zippo's going to be $12.33. It's 29 and holding. There you go. But I figured I blended some of this for Phil, actually, and I hadn't blended it in a while, and I wanted to just test my measurements, see if, because palettes change over time, I was like, I'll see if I still get what I was getting, or if the percentages are lining up in my mind, and I'll try it again tomorrow. It's really good already, but leave it in a jar overnight. It's going to be better tomorrow anyway. You're 39.7. See, there you go, Robert. There you go. I'm 25.9. I have thought of that cascading. Actually, I've had lots of offers for that kind of thing. But hang on to that thought, because my dad is going to be selling my pipes for me, so I'll kind of be the maker and he'll help with it. So just hang on to that thought, buddy, and we'll see what we can make work out. And we have a friend that's growing tobaccos, and he's going to be selling. So once we got it all figured out, then I can give you the right information. Oh, that's nice of you. That's nice of you, Zippo. I do have PayPal, but we're gonna keep any record or like anything to do with pipes is what I'm trying to say. Um, like the leather pipe bags, I'll have more of coming up down the road. Any of that stuff is we're gonna get it to its own place, and that'll be when the garage is done. And I can shoot you an email and let you know when we got it all set up. Because we were trying to do my mom was doing SV Creations, and it was where she made cloth pipe bags. I've got a bunch of them. I'll have to get out again. I got them in a box, and we sold some. And PayPal, we were having people send checks, and she said, I don't want them to send checks. I don't want them to have to do that. And people they were fantastic with them, but she just didn't like asking them to. So we'll get things all set up so that if you guys are going to buy something, then we can go from there. Oh, no, I understand, buddy. Keep that in mind, but currently I'm not able to sell tobacco. I don't have the license or any of that stuff. So I do appreciate the gesture. But once we've got things lined up with the guy we know that's selling some soon, then I can get you his information and I'll be his blender. And then he can, that's what I mean. Because I can't legally sell any tobacco. I know what you mean, though. Yeah, because my thought is if you send a gift and then I send that someone's gonna go, oh, he's selling this, and there'll be all sorts of trouble for no reason, and then I'd just rather avoid. But I could blend for the guy. He can sell it. You can pay him, and everything will be lined up. He'll have the license, and nobody has to worry about nothing. And yeah, I've gone over that thought in my head a lot, Paul. But I'm usually the guy that has the luck that like nobody has. In my luck, they'd be like, you sent this and he sent this. What's going on here? You know what I mean?
Well, look at your live last week.
Yeah, that's true. She goes, look at your live last week. 2 times they block you, once for nudity, and it's all just luck of the draw. Oh, I got you, Zippo. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I know I didn't respond very clearly, I guess, but I knew what you meant because we had talked about it. We said this would be cool. I could send some of my blends and someone could reimburse me for the shipping. That was a thought, but we just figured it. My luck, it'd just be a risk. Like for example, I don't just get West Nile and it leaves me alone, or I get sick once in a year and that's it. I get West Nile that messes with memory and screws up my speech and makes it almost impossible to walk. And then gives me random stuff like down the road where colitis and temporary gluten allergy for a year or two. And then just kicks my epilepsy into overdrive. And then I don't just get epilepsy or live with it for a few years. I have it for 20 something years, and then it just gets way worse. Like that's just my luck. It is. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. And I will keep you informed. I just really want to watch the P's and Q's kind of thing. Because my luck, they'd be like, let's make an example out of this guy and charge him millions or whatever. It'd be something stupid. I'd go to jail or something dumb. But I have the last 4 to 6 months, I had 87 people interested in doing that too, man. It's my blends that I've sent them out. I sent them. You can always check. What's his name now? Sasquatch Piper 2. Kevin Twiner. Not Ohio Piper. I got to send you somebody. Little Fat Morgan. Some samples to Hillbilly Piper and Welsh Piper. I've sent some to all those guys. So far, they've liked my blends, and to Steve, Gilded Piper. Steve said, "Man, I didn't like any of your blends, but it's because he loved them and he smoked them all." I do like that idea, Paul. That could be. I'll just have to kind of think on it more and figure it out. But that's another good idea, and I greatly appreciate you guys. I'm just that dude that just gets the stupid luck that
Nobody should get.
that nobody should get. I'm the guy that loves to work and has 2 or 3 full-time jobs, and then gets stuff that won't let him work. It's annoying. Ivermectin and vitamin. Yeah, and I've been doing vitamins and stuff. And I am having an appointment with my neurologist soon, in a few months. And we're going to try a very low, we've talked about it a lot, a very low dose of a medicine that helps with any anxiousness or any restlessness. So there's a good chance that can help with sleep. And if that straightens out my sleep and I can get locked into a schedule that doesn't just base itself off of depending on how my mind is that night. Like some nights I can't go to bed before 2, or I have a bad night or wake up bad. Some nights I have to go to bed by 10 or 11 or 12 or even 9. But if I don't read it right, then it's a rough night. My poor wife has been kicked enough from the myoclonic ones. And it doesn't matter sometimes what I do. It's just going to be rough days sometimes, no matter what. Oh, there you go, Dan. I appreciate that, Zippo. That means a lot to me, man. I'm glad to help. In my playlists, I think I may have mentioned it to you before. In my playlists, I have yeah, Paul is the bomb. I have tons of playlists with all my videos saved in there. But I do Around the Blend, and it's got tons of videos. I have blocked a few videos. I had somebody asking a little too much into blends, and I don't mind sharing. I'll tell you that right now. Like, if I'm chatting with one of you guys and you want to know the percentages of blends I've made, stuff like that, I don't mind sharing. But I had somebody that was just taking it too far. And so I did need to block a few things. Some of my more coveted blends, I'd rather share with you guys, like in Google Meet or in an email or a chat, something like that. Most of my blends, I would gladly share them. There are a few that are like really special blends, and I kind of want to keep that secret. Aged 45 days, very nice. Old Dark Fired and Latakia, that is very good. Kentucky and Latakia do well together. And Virginia. White Burley, I need to do some blending with. I was sent some by Dingus to do some blending with, and I tried it a little bit, and I just couldn't get an idea right away what I would blend it with. And I really want to take my time with it more, and I just started jumping on other components in my mind, going, I can make this type, this type, this type, and I ran with that instead. So I just need to get back to the White Burley. But that sounds good. I can't think of what the White Burley would do offhand. Old Dark Fired, Kentucky is awesome. It is so versatile, and it doesn't take much to actually bring out the best in the other components in the blend. And Latakia, I mean, some Latakias taste great, and you can find some that don't layer your mouth weird or anything. Just feel, I didn't think it had a lot of taste, but it's been a while since I've smoked White Burley on its own. Yeah, pretty much, Paul, exactly, bud, exactly. And I don't mind, if somebody said, let me, is it okay with you if I call a place and ask them to make this blend, like to sell it? That doesn't bother me too much if someone asked and had the respect. But being sneaky, I don't like that. And it's nice to get recognized. So, if the person was going to submit it, let's say I named the blend for them or they named it, and they wanted to submit it and then just put my name as the blender, so there's that recognition as the blender, that'd be cool. And if the person's name on it, they're going to get, recognition for it too. I think everybody could win off of that. There you go, Dan. One that's easy to blend with and takes a very small amount I've been using is Laneberry Cherry. I made my favorite cherry blend, and it's like a cherry English, and it's so stinking good. I put my cherry, I took, that sounds funny. I put my cherry in a box. I put my Laneberry Cherry in a box and had stacked some boxes, and I'm not sure which one it's in. But it was an amazing cherry English. Absolutely delicious. The cherry was in the backdrop. There wasn't any, yeah, Paul. There wasn't any, you couldn't get any like chemical taste off of it. And there's very little chemical taste for me that I actually pick up in Laneberry Cherry. But some people get it. But this kind of berries in the background. It's kind of like a Maltese Falcon meets Cult Blood Red Moon, but even better in my opinion. A really good one, if you want a really surprising blend, if you've got a pipe that has thick, tall walls, RT, and you smoke a CAO cherry bomb, you actually don't get much cherry at all. If you smoke it in a tall, thick, like freehand, you get this incredibly tasting vanilla. It's awesome. I'm like, man, I smoked like 5 tins of that. I never knew about this. It's really a nice one. And Hearth and Home Harvest Moon, very, very light cherry. You can actually enjoy that that blend without even noticing there's cherry in it. Cherry bomb burned yet? Yeah, that sometimes that one will burn people, especially because if you smoke fast on that one, it does better with a bigger, longer pipe. And then some people get like the chemical could bother you. It doesn't bother me. I notice it's there, but it doesn't bother me. But then I can turn around and smoke like C&D mocha and go, oh gosh, I can't touch this. So, to each their own. But the kindest one I've had that is a cherry blend, other than Harvest Moon, like if you're looking to add the cherry flavor to a blend, would be Laneberry Cherry, and it ages very well. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing too. It drives me crazy because if I were to make a cherry blend like actual toppings, I would make cherry juice out of fresh cherries, add a little rum to it, and that's what I would top my tobacco in. I would infuse it with that. And it'd probably be very good, but it would not be an artificial flavor. I can't stand that stuff. Yeah, that's true, Dan. It is more in the aftertaste. I just kind of bury it with the rest of the blend and it just kind of peeks its head out the window a little bit to let us know it's there. But it works with English because there's such strong, like Latakia, and especially Latakia can overpower a blend. So it takes a strong cherry blend, little bit added in there to actually show through. So it's mostly just the English part. And that's why I like it so much, I think, is it's not so much cherry. When I first started, it was Borkum Riff, Laneberry Cherry, and Lane 1Q. And I smoked the heck out of them. I loved them all. The Borkum Riff was my first one I could get my hands on, and it was a while before I had access to any other tobaccos. Then a friend sent me the Laneberry Cherry and Lane 1Q, and I smoked them till I was just like, man, I need something new. I smoked them for months. And, then it was, let's try this tobacco and let's try this tobacco. But aromatic wise, Old Shenandoah and Hearth and Home do the best, probably, in my opinion. Lane does a good job on a lot of their blends, but Old Shenandoah, it does a very, very good job. Oh yeah, that's what the rum is for, Mike. And I would probably add a little bit of citrus as well. Ooh, nice, Zippo. Yeah, and I've worked in the food industry so damn long, so I know how long things should last and what they need. I have very good luck with it with tobaccos. But I used to order for stores, and learn way too much information. But it ended up helping. Oh, that's cool, RD. I think, unless I'm misinterpreting that. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I get it now. I just had to read it again. My brother loved baseball cards when he was preteen and early teens. I could see that, Dan. And I appreciate any advice. Because I did the lemon one and I had people worried about it. And citrus helps anyway. But that rum that I put in it, had high alcohol on it, and that helps. And then I just let that evaporate out.
I was like, what's high alcohol?
Like,
No, because you said.
oh, high alcohol. Me and Captain Morgan talking. Ooh. I believe I've had St. Bruno. I don't recall what it tasted like, or I can't remember enough to tell you on that one. Haven't had Grousemore. And I've heard good things about it, and I've heard good things about Interdale as well, Interdale Flake. That's awesome, man. I was very pleased. My dad was like, you got to order some tobacco. It's been a while. You had your birthday. You need to order some tobacco. So he helped me out, and between his help and Pipes and Cigars crazy sales the other day, I got a great amount for a heck of a lot of saving. Yeah, I haven't had it either. Very cool. I like deer tongue. I hate the name, but it's actually the leaf on vanilla plants. And you can get a hint of vanilla, and it's such a elusive or raw kind of taste of vanilla that you could miss it. But you get it more in the smell. And it reminds me of a lot of what I get from like Kentucky and Perique and some other things together. It's kind of it helps towards a floral and savory note at the same time for me. And there's like a almost sweetness in it as well. What did I say? Did I not say? Well, yeah, I meant wild vanilla, whatever I meant. Oh, nice. I've heard great things on Fire Dance as well. That's another one I haven't had. Yeah, I had Crooner, and I liked it. I liked it. That's sort of how That description you gave, Mike, actually reminds me of Hearth and Home Harvest Moon, where it's just such a light flavor of cherry, you almost miss it, but the blend is good. And Hearth and Home Berry Nice, with age, turns to blueberry flavor. Nice. Gentleman Caller, I'm sure I've had, and that's been a while. Haven't had New Market, and just had Crooner the other day, a couple bowls worth, and I liked Crooner a lot. That was a good one. And you're at a great point because you're trying tobaccos you haven't had before. And it's so much easier to go in totally open-minded, not expecting a certain flavor you've gotten in the past, just kind of ready to see what they're like. Mike. That's probably true. If you want a very wonderful, I'm sure I've told some of you guys this, a wonderful English blend that's easy on you to smoke and is exactly what I pictured as English. The Peter Stokeby 313 Oriental, 60% that and 40% Sutliff TS18 Latakia never lets me down. Oh, that's good. That saves more of that for Everett. I need to try Ashton. Dan, thank you. I was trying my hardest to think the other day when I was ordering. And I was like, I know there's some Dan tobaccos I want to try. I couldn't remember the other one, and it was Ashton. It's in Pipes and Cigars, or you can just Google, but you got to put the word blending. Because some of those you won't find. Some of those Sutliff, like the Latakia and stuff, some of them you won't find unless you put the word blending. So if you just put in Google Sutliff blending, or sorry, Peter Stokeby 313 blending Oriental or Sutliff blending Orientals, it should bring it up. Even though it's not Sutliff, it should bring it up on the list on Google. I'll double check right now what I can put in and see if it'll bring it up for you. So I put in Peter Stokeby 313 Oriental Tobacco, and it brings up right away reviews from tobaccoreviews.com, and the second thing is Pipes and Cigars. Peter Stokeby 313 Oriental Tobacco. Sometimes if you don't put tobacco, it brings up weird stuff. But it's the second one down if you Google it. You click that, brings you right to it, and they got it in stock. That is a wonderful Oriental blend. Very easy to use. Ben, thanks for dropping in, buddy. Always good to see you, man. Enjoy yourself. You and the family be well and enjoy your family. And all the best to you, buddy. Yeah, and the Peter Stokeby Oriental is very reasonable on price. I bought a bag of 2 pounds of it or something. Or no, 36 ounces, something like that. So yeah, that's 2 pounds, 4 ounces, something like that. Fine, Ganji, but only if you be well. How you doing, brother? Yeah, and if anybody hasn't heard from that silliness with the mix up with the algorithm for YouTube where they blocked that video, that live, it's all straightened out. They reviewed it after I submitted the appeal and they apologized and everything's good. And it's still it's back viewable. It's back up there again. Yeah, I wondered, Ganji. All I kept seeing was that look of mutton chop in the background, and I was like, I was talking to you a little bit, and I'm like, is he there? Is he eating? Did he step away? Just grab some soda. Yeah, tell us how you really feel, Ganji. I was like, I thought it was pretty good, man. We had a lot, man. We talked about everything. It was crazy. I won't say what all we talked about on here. I want to push my luck, but it was funny. We missed having you, Mike, but we do enjoy having you when you're there. Yeah, this one lasted till an hour ago. So this one was 3 hours. Usually it's 2.5, but sometimes time flies when you're having fun, and they're a lot of fun. So Ganji worked early, and now he's hoping he doesn't get insomnia tonight. I hope you don't, man. I have that happen too much. Oh, happy birthday, Zippo. He's now on his 45th trip around the sun. You're only 30-15. Don't worry about it. That is awesome. Oh, you know what that means. I like the good word, but we got to do a toast for happy birthday to Ganjiwana. Was 30-13 yesterday. And happy birthday to Zippo. That's awesome. One for Zippo. One for Ganji. One for Mabu. I'm working my way to me. I'm glad this stuff tastes good, or I'd feel weird. And one for me, because I'm now 30-14. I'm not doing one for the cat's birthday till at least tomorrow. This is sliced apple. This is one of the best rums I've ever had. Oh, and one for Betty. I have to do one for Betty White. If you guys haven't seen, a few months ago, I was watching something on older TV. Yes, and Bob Saget, God bless him. He needed another 20 years, man. He was a cool dude. Yeah, and one for, I'm going to need another bottle. Okay, so I'm going to combine Bob Saget and Betty White's. So it'll be a little more, but I don't want to keep doing too many. And Martin Luther King is there too. I got to watch it. Yes, and George Washington. I do have to watch it because it makes you warm. And if I get too warm all of a sudden, I can stare off and fall into a seizure. So I'm just waiting a bit. I could be with rum. I don't like whiskey enough to do that with whiskey, but I could probably do that with rum. I like rum. Tasty. I've got separate bottles that I use for blending and Adam West. And I use half a cap in about a 2 ounce or ounce and a half jar worth of tobacco. And that it is awesome. It adds a light flavor. You can still taste the rum in the blend, and it helps keep things from molding with actual fruit in them. So man, I tried to watch Stranger Things one day, and I can't get past that creepy girl, man. I just can't. I just can't. It's not negative. I just can't do it. And that boy has the most perverted look on his face. And then she looks particularly boyish for a while. I can't do it. Can't get past it. I'm like, you're in the friend zone, bro. You're in the friend zone. You got to accept it. Maybe later, but you're in the friend zone. Be a good friend now. It'll benefit you later. It was just one of those days where it was just wasn't the right thing for me to get into, really. I was just a little too critical and just kind of, I like to sit and be like, I would have done that this way, But I do like those shows. I do need to get back into it. I want to get into Trailer Park Boys because it was the same thing. I watched it and I really went in the mood for it, I watched part of it. And Witcher looks awesome. I have the Witcher 3 video game, and that was awesome. Yeah, and it's been a long time, but I understand that style, and I usually like it. I just wasn't into the movie at the time, like the series. That just wasn't my thing at the time. I know it's one I'll go back to and watch the heck out of it. I've been really getting back into, oh heck yeah. Um what is that called? Last Man on Earth. Have you guys seen that? That is funny as heck. And the lady that's in that plays the guy's wife is the voice of the daughter in Bob's Burgers, which I did recently start getting into. That is funny as heck. Oh man, I used to watch Murder She Wrote so much. And Columbo was awesome. I love the way those shows were done. Oh, nice. Welcome back, Phil. Yeah, you got a good point there, Zippo. See, I was born in the 80s, but not really old enough to really, I don't know, appreciate those enough. So when I was born in the 80s, so I was watching Star Wars the early 90s, and man, that's all I wanted to watch for a long time. And I wish they'd stop making animated shows into live action. That is driving me crazy. Because animation could get away with a lot more. And cartoon violence was hilarious and done well. And then they put it into live action, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Yes, and the best toys. You got it. Nice, Phil. You okay? Hand getting a little sore? Your wrist?
I'm just like falling asleep.
Oh, it's falling asleep. Yeah, one day one of my friends invited me over and he's like, let's watch Cartoon Network. And this is probably mid 90s. And I'm like, that's all he wanted to do the whole day. Like 4 hours sitting there watching. And I'm like, this is okay, but I'd rather go outside and play with toys because he had a cool sandbox. Like, let's go play with toys. I want to watch this show and this show and this show. I was like, damn, like, we're kids. Let's go play. Let's not sit and watch shows the whole damn day. They weren't even that good. I had to watch some of them till I liked them. But I will say with Dexter's Laboratory, I love the episode when Smokey the Bear shows up and he's like, oh, Smoke-'em the Bear. And that 70s show. That was funny. That was a good show. Oh, and Mr. Magoo. And the movie Mr. Magoo with Leslie Nielsen. God bless him and his humor. I really liked watching the Three Stooges when they had NYUK University or whatever, and they had Leslie Nielsen hosting them. That was freaking hilarious. Yeah, I miss those shows, man. I don't recall that. That's cool. Yeah, some people you go back and look even 50, 60 years and you're like, wow, they called it. I don't remember that one. But I bet it was cool. You had the hots for Joe from Different Strokes? Oh, I was like, wow, okay. I went to school with someone that looked like her. That's funny. Phil. Yeah, I once I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, had to get the memory back. Did you guys ever watch Indian in the Cupboard? That was like a childhood dream, toys being alive. And then my brother believed Legos would come alive at night, so we'd set up these huge night castles and battle scenes ready. And he said we could sneak out and watch them fight in the middle of the night. Of course, I was too asleep to try that with him other than one night, but it was fun. Yeah, I read the book first as well, and I loved the book. That was one of those books that could just get me lost. And then seeing the movie, I still appreciated it because it was well done. You know, a lot of movies back then that were based on books did a good job. Nice, Phil. Enjoy your meal, buddy. Thank you for your work. I'll be in touch with you. I'll probably message you tomorrow. I'd like to write some ideas down while I'm thinking of them fresh, and then and go from there. Oh, the never-ending story. Yeah, the actress in that was cool too. I'm like, I want to ride a big weird dragon dog. I don't remember this one. I think this was one I really liked. This was from Smoking Cardboard. And from I think Texas Piper actually too. It's Winchester from no this sample is from Texas Piper. Winchester from July of 2021. Luck Dragon, yeah. Oh man. Some of the best movies. And then they got stuff out now, and it's like, what's the point? And like trying to watch like the new Beauty and the Beast that was what was new last year, and they made it live action. I'm like, couldn't do it. And the new I will say the actress did a good job in the newer Mary Poppins, but the old one with Dick Van Dyke, you can't beat that. Yeah, if a movie's good, don't redo it. Stop being lazy and trying to rehash a version of the old good stuff out. Universal, I really liked early on, but they have decimated what Disney represented. And you get people that go, well, old Walt Disney was just after making money, blah, blah, blah. Well, sure, he was running a business. But the storytelling in those old shows where if you had the energy to be awake, you'd watch it and learn something. If you didn't, they'd be perfect for helping you take a nap. Those were great, great, great works of art. And Disney would roll over in his grave if he saw how Disney Channel is now. I had a babysitter that would record on VHS what was on Disney Channel and send it home so that we kids could watch it at my mom's house. Babysitter of the year. Nice. This Rivara straight billiard is my best smoker. And what drove me crazy about that, if I leave aside actors, actresses, whatever, is that he gave them the script for Star Wars Force Awakened. He gave them the script, like sold it. So Disney bought it, and then he said, "How's the movie coming along?" And they said, "We're going to go a different direction." If George Lucas gives you, that's like Spielberg giving you a script and you going, "Nah, that is foolish." And you know what's funny is Solo, a Star Wars story, because I know how they love to put out this name, a Star Wars story about everything coming out now. That was directed, that had help from George Lucas. Some Tilbury, nice. I need to see where I wrote that. OBX Piper said, if you can make a match for Tilbury, I'll be your friend forever. So I took the challenge and I made a successful match for Tilbury. Yeah, Solo was done well. And you're absolutely right. I really wish I could have seen a version early on. He wanted to have them fight, have the rebels have a battle with the snow creatures. You know, the Yeti ones. I can always think of those names until right now. And I kind of would have liked that. The way I was as a kid, I wanted to see that battle. Yeah, I'll let you know, buddy, because it was a dead ringer. You could send that to somebody, and they'd swear it was Tilbury. It was absolutely the best match I've done. I've done a match for Prince Albert that is more flavorful and less burn or bite than Prince Albert. And Northwoods, Boswell Northwoods, and Carter Hall. I've made versions of those. I'd rather smoke Wampas. Thank you. I'd rather smoke than the actual versions. They're fantastic. I made some amazing matches. Yeah, I'll have to send some to you, buddy. I'll send you some blends. I'm probably going to be able to send some out here in February. But I'll let you know. I'll be in touch with you, and I got to get a box out to Phil, because I've been going to do that for a long time, and then Christmas came and we had unexpected bills before that, and it's just one thing after another. But I got to get a box out to him, and maybe I can get a box to you with some samples. Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. For meantime, I'll send stuff to you, and I'll figure it out. I'll think on it another day. I'm just kind of low processing here. Yeah, Tilbury's fantastic. My favorite one so far, I've had Pembroke, Tilbury, and Margate. I personally prefer Margate, but Tilbury is my second. Pembroke, I haven't had any other esoterica, but Pembroke is lower for me and would probably be lower than third if I had more, because it ghosts your mouth. I brushed 4 times, and that Pembroke stood on my taste buds for 12 hours. That's right. This will be a birthday package, buddy, so don't worry about it on this one. Oh, and I also need to send something out to Smoking Cardboard because we're going to trade for this. Unopened. And he sent it, and I need to make him something and send it back. I have a little bit, I think. I know I've got some somewhere. Oh, and that's another blend I need to remake. I made one called Honolulu Rain that is awesome. Yeah, I've got a stack of the 3 tins buried. I moved some around. Oh, that's nice of you, man. Well, if there's any you want to keep, I just take a sample. It's no big deal. But that's fine. We could do a trade or something. That'd work for me. I'll add a couple things to it, and some custom blends. What are your favorite types of tobacco? Oh, you have 4 tins of it? My goodness. Well, if you're okay with that, I'm okay with it, man. Mama didn't raise no fool. I won't say no. Yeah, mine, I'll have to wait till February, but that's coming up close. I'll get a box together for you closer to then and let you know, man. Englishes, Virginias, and Burleys. Okay. Ooh, I've got some great. I made like 130 blends, man. I've got some great blends I think you'd love. I've got some that would make you go, "What in the heck happened?" In a good way. And if you like, have you had Burley Light? I have full faith in you, Dan. Yeah, I'd trade for a full tin. That's plenty fair, man. You can send me a tin, and I'll send you a box of samples. That'll be good. That'll work for me. But have you had a Burley Light by any chance? I am excited for that now, Dan. Oh, nice, Paul. Oh, I need to have a twist tobacco. That's what I need to have tonight. It's been a while since I've smoked a twist tobacco. That'd be a good one for the night. Nice. Yeah, I'd sure love to try it. I've never had it, so that'd be even better. So I got these from Country Squire, and I stuck them in a jar, left them in their bag in the jar for a year. And then I finally tried them. Now, this is now almost 2 years old. This one's Dark Irish Twist. I don't know if I have a date on this one, actually. I've sent out samples of it, but I'll show you this one. Yeah, this one's just... Age does a great thing to them anyway. Oh, nice. I think you're going to love Rivendell, man. It's a shockingly good blend. It is. It's one that's definitely going to have to surprise you. So this is Black Irish Twist, Dark Irish Twist. This is from Country Squire. They do a great job with their twist tobaccos. Yeah, I forgot about that, Paul. I'm glad you guys are mentioning that. Brass does work. It does work. Yeah, last time I ordered them was about 2 years ago, and they have, they get them in regularly, at least at that point. My first dealing with them, their customer service is stellar. I called them. They didn't know me, I left my name, said, hey, I'm looking for twist tobaccos. They said, we don't have any. We'll let you know. And they did. They called me. They emailed me. And we got the order done. It was simple, and it was inexpensive for a twist tobacco. I understand that, Dan. Yeah, I think you will absolutely. You said you adore the one in the tin, and I adore Rivendell. That is one of my. Oh, I could smoke that all the damn time. I just haven't because I don't have a ton of it. I should order more, but again, when I go to order, if I'm going to put money somewhere, I try to do one order the best I can. Do I have a utility knife over anywhere? She shrugged and walked off. I don't blame her. I have a knife right here. I'm sorry you have arthritis, man. My dad and I have carpal tunnel. His is way worse than mine. Um, I don't recall exactly, Mike. It's been a while since I smoked it. I think it's ribbons. I don't remember. It might be. Yeah, it might be broken flake with dark. Yeah, I think it may be. I don't recall. Oh, it's so good. Oh, Zippo used to play hockey, so he has a lot of old injuries. Sounds good, Zippo. I'll send you an email. I'm gonna make some progress in our garage with my dad tomorrow, and I'll send you an email sometime tomorrow. But that'd be cool. I'll send you some samples of different things, like Burley, Virginia, and stuff. I'll send you some different blends. I think you'll really like, um, including some Mordor. That's my most popular blend. Um, I'm just looking. Anyway. If you haven't had Burley Light, or if you have, Burley Light for me, it said Burley Light without a bite. Actually gave me a bite, and it just didn't have enough flavor quite for me. So I made Burley Light done right, which has a ton of Turkish, so a little bit of Kentucky, and light Lane 1Q, and that is really, really nice stuff. It tastes like Burley Light done right, but better. Okay, so I did write down the Tilbury match. I'll reblend it and just make sure I got it right. I mean, I got till February before I can send anyway. I'll reblend it just to give it the double check kind of thing. I'll smoke some Tilbury and do this, and just I've got the ingredients written down. Um, looks like I wasn't certain it would turn out right. Oh no, I just wrote it lower. Cool. So I've got it right here. Right here. It's got Virginia slices, some Perique, some Turkish, some other Turkish. They're both the Turkishes and the Periques are a small percentage. And the secret is in the absurdly small percentage of Kentucky. And then I have a spin-off of that if you add dark burley makes my blend forest. And if you also, instead of the dark burley, add in blackened burley, that's pretty dang good too. In a little bit, probably within 20, so you can get comfy if you want. Yeah, if you like a good burley, I'll send that to you. Burley light done right. It's quite a bit Turkishes, but it's done in a very nice way. I'll make a note because I'm also keeping track of what I'm going to send Phil. And what I'll do is I'll get things written and then I'll put them in like jars or something so they can age a bit before, like just marry the blend together for a couple weeks. So when I send them to you and I put them in a Ziploc bag, they've already been together for a little bit. Oh, Zippo says hi, Mabu. She says hi. Ooh, nice. John Cotton is another blend I need to try. That was the other one too. Ashton and John Cotton. Those were the two I couldn't recall. And I think I still almost ordered John Cotton, but I knew of some things I needed to stock up on. And, I kind of knew my order before I ordered and deviated a little, but I got a ton for the price. I think I averaged like $1.70 per ounce with everything. Oh, what a great order. I got like 6 pounds of stuff for not much money. There's my pen. Okay. And I made some great new blends too, man. I haven't had Latakia cake either. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. What is everybody smoking? Those of you who are smoking, what are you smoking? I'm smoking some. Wherever I said it. Did it fall down? Nope. I'm smoking something. It's really good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had great luck with not just the Gawith and Hogarth, Kentucky, or Hearth and Home, or not Hearth and Home, sorry, McBaron H&H, but I really enjoy and use a lot of the Sutliff. Sutliff tobaccos for blending are wonderful quality. This is what I usually use. It's easy going, and it's exactly the flavor. When you think for a moment, I need some Kentucky, you grab it. Like, it is so fantastic. Oh, okay, nice. I wasn't sure if you had gotten to that one yet or not. Luxury bullseye flake, nice. Ooh, and that pure Virginia is fantastic. All right, let's see. It's hard to find a blank page in a blending notebook. Okay. And if I find where I placed my Laneberry cherry, I'll make you some of that cherry English. Very nice, Mike. Stonehenge kind of had to grow on me a little, but it only took 2 bowls to get me to that point, man. It's a strong one, but now it's not strong. It wouldn't be strong for me, but it was to start with. Oh, and I gotta send some. Yeah, I made some great ones the other day. I'm very, very proud of. And that'll be good, because the hardest part for me to send stuff out is like labeling stuff. So I've got a system. I got to do one thing at a time. But otherwise, like keeping everything organized is easy. It's just the writing. So sometimes I've got to make sure, because I got 2 blends with close names, only off by 1 letter. I make sure I do my writing clearly. Let's see. Oh man, I've got a match Haunted Bookshop that I like more than Haunted Bookshop. I did make a blend for. I made a couple. Cascadian Piper has come up with some great blend ideas. I blended Cascadian Falls, which is an anytime favorite, and then Fish Trap Creek. I need to blend again. It's been a while. That's Kentucky, Turkish, Cavendish, Perique, and Yellow Sweet Virginia. Will do, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, Cascadian Falls is Perique It's Louisiana Perique. It's fruitier, a little bit sweet, with sweet yellow Virginias, nutty burley, a little bit of Turkish, and a tiny bit of Cavendish as well. That's a nice one. Hillbilly Burley. I do need to send a box to Hillbilly too, but that'll be in. I gotta pace myself so I don't get carried away. Ah, hey Dan, you're gonna be happy to know. I wanted to tell you, by the way, you are an inspiration, Cascadian. You make amazing blends, bud. Amazing. Every blend I've made that's got your name on it is a great blend. And then I got Patrick's Grant. And I just need to blend it one more time just to nail the percentages so I got it exactly how I want. That one's dark fired Kentucky with Latakia, Granger, and Carolina Red Virginia. Honolulu Rain is Cavendish. It's a sweeter blend. It's Cavendish, Galwith and Hogarth, Kendall Gold Virginia, Yellow Virginia with some dark fired. Mountain Morning is another great one. That's Turkish, Cavendish, Peppery Perique, and Lane RLP 6. It's quite a bit on there. But anyway, Dan, I found my listed ingredients for the pistachio blend. I just need to do a reblending and get the percentages down, but I did write the ingredients. I hadn't written the percentages because it was kind of a test blend, but I do have the ingredients that successfully created a pistachio blend right here. I just kept missing the page. And at some point this year, I need to make an order from some Ken Byron Ventures. He makes very good tobaccos. And that one has blackened burley, yellow Virginia, peppery Perique, Latakia, Louisiana Perique, Turkish, and Cavendish. But I'm very happy that I found that because I couldn't, for the life of me, remember which components. So now I have the components. I just have to piece together the percentages, which that part's fun. That comes easy anyway to me. And then I made Kamikaze Hammock Pilot for Dingus. Just floral, fruity, smoky, savory, and figgish. And it has Louisiana Perique, Kendall Gold Virginia, Lane Dark Red, Latakia, Burley, bunch of Turkish, and some Kentucky. Yeah. And Dan Stout Vapors, goodness gracious. I am looking forward to figuring that out and sharing it with you. I'm really excited about that. Oh, I missed something. Let's see. Paula Piper's Devil's Nights. Nice. Thank you, Jeff. One I made was really cool, was a spin-off of the Mordor blend. And it's called Samoth Null, which is the Chambers of Fire, which is perfect because it's like within Mordor. And it's some Lane Dark Red, Peppery Perique, Kentucky from Galwith and Hogarth, HH Latakia, and HH Old Dark Fired. That is another fantastic one. I have all the percentages down but the Kendall Kentucky, because I think when I blended that one, even though it was very good, both blendings, I just had to nail that Kentucky amount. Just wanted to get it exactly right. So I didn't write that down, but I am excited to do that. I'll go over that. And then my all Virginia blend is like, it's Newminster Superior Flake, Sutton Virginia Slices, Carolina Red Flake, and Gawith and Hogarth Golden Virginia. That is the best, most flavorful, absolutely fantastic ever made, as far as I've ever experienced, all Virginia blend. I've got a bunch of them. And vapors are crazy, man. I made early on, I got all into vapors. I made some great vapors. And here's another one from Dan called Twisted Beard. It's a Cavendish Latakia Perique. And then I made one that tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, man. Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, I'll send you an email real quick. It's a honey of an O. Those old commercials. Yeah, that one turned out good. And then I did make a blend with honey. I made 3 attempts. The first one was the best. And it had the smaller amount of honey. I got carried away with some of the others. Oh, and I'll send you that email while it's fresh in my mind. And I believe I'm subbed to you. I will double check because sometimes you get dropped as a sub. Yep, you're going to see my sub again. I'm pretty sure I subbed. I could have forgotten or clicked it and backed out too fast or been dropped. Could have been anything, but either way, it's rectified now, buddy. Whoops. So it's all on your about section. Is that your email? I won't show it, but I'm just wondering because it doesn't look like an email, but I want to make sure before I send a message. New old stock unsmoked. As long as you can tell they're unsmoked, and even if there's some cleaning that needs done, um, when you get them, if you order them, yeah, those are both fairly sought after. Um, I mean, if you're comfortable with the price, and because I have no idea what it is. If you are comfortable with the price and you end up ordering and maybe there's some cake on them for some reason, maybe I don't know if you're getting them from eBay or something, you never know. Kilted Piper Steve is a very avid cleaner at pipes. If they need restored, he might refer you to Cane Rod. But he cleaned one of my pipes and stained it, and it is like new. It's incredible. All right, Mike, you have a great night, brother. Thanks for visiting. Awesome to see you as always, man. Take care. I'd say go for it. If you're very comfortable with the price, yeah, because those are two brands that a lot of people look for. So I'd say go for it. If I were there and I was totally good with the price and it was good, Cane Rod will do. I just mean if it needs repaired or restored, he is very good giving information for that and even doing them if he accepts them. Um, Phil has done restorations, and he's still in the States. There are a few more people that'll come to mind. There are a couple more I know for sure that do restorations. But as far as if you need to get cake out and you're like thinking of doing alcohol, and it's like, dang, this is really messy. Kilted Piper Steve is phenomenal. And he refers with Cane Rod. He'll go back if he has any questions and chat with him. He did a great job. I sent him some tobaccos and traded the services for that. It was great. But 1955, that's pretty dang good. The oldest pipe I have is a 41 or 42. Runner up is like a 63. And I got those for very good. So, I'd say go for it. Somebody's going to go for it. If you're comfortable with it, those are good brands. I've heard great things about. I don't see, and they're older, so they probably are made with better briar anyway. And Zippo, my email's in my about section as well. Like I said, this one doesn't look like an email because it gives me the option to try to send where I click to try to send that information to somebody. But you can always send me one and I'll send you right back. Whatever works. I'll have to get caught up on your videos, man. I really thought I subscribed, and I very easily could have looked and meant to and forgot what I was doing. That happens a lot. So take no offense to it. That just happens a lot. But I am going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I want to first of all thank you all very much for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. This has been a personal blast for me. I love going over blending. Oh, okay. Yeah, just shoot me an email, bud, and I'll just email you right back, and we'll make it work. But thank you guys. This has been a great evening. Um, I definitely get nerdy when it comes to blends. So I get a little bit sucked in and start visiting a lot about it. But it's a passion for me. So it's great to chat with you guys. I'm gonna do a little bit of a bowl before I go to bed of some twist I've broken up, and maybe blend it with something, and then head to bed myself. But thank you guys. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. You're always welcome in. And thank you so very much. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Ganji. Thank you, Zippo, Mike, Dan, Todd, if you jumped in anywhere. I know his phone was dying when he was out. But thank you guys for being here. Hope you have a great night. And I should be back on doing a video. Otherwise, I'll do live, Saturday night and stuff. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to email. I'm totally comfortable sharing blends with you guys, so just shoot me an email if you got any questions, or if there's a blend you're looking for, and describe the flavors or whatever, and you can't find a match or what would be good for that. I'd love to help wherever I can. Awesome, Cascading. I'm very happy for you about that, because that is, sometimes that is a challenge, man. Wash hands. Yeah, I know. And I washed and washed this paint. It's just cheap old paint we've had for a long time. We used on the windowsills to just fill in gaps and use it up. And that, it's just, it's crazy. My hands are clean, but they don't look it. But if that's the least amount of paint I got on me, that's pretty damn good. But you guys take great care. All the best to you. Good health. And God bless you guys.